Hiya guys, Model Muppet here, how you all doing? Today I have my Huffy Pants on. Why have I got my Huffy Pants on? Well, like most people who play Gotham City Impostors, I fell for that. There is some good news coming at PAX show. What they really meant was, we've got good news for people who play on the PC. And people who play on the consoles, guess what, you're getting fuck all. Yeah, that's right. Now, it's no kind of secret amongst the forum goers that the PC seems to have had a lot more issues than the Xbox or the PlayStation versions of Gotham City Impostors. So, yeah, I don't have any problem with those addressing those issues first. No problem at all. You know, those people paid their money for the game, they've been having loads of problems, and they deserve to get the first attention. However, I would have liked to have been kept in the loop on that. You know, rather than make an announcement, we've got some news for Gotham City Impostors players, and you'll be able to play it at PAX. I would rather they'd said outright, look, we're working on the PC version, it's got the most problems, and that's what we're going to address. Console guys, we haven't forgotten you, we still love you, but it's going to be some time before we get around to doing any new content or working out on any problems. Now, like most reasonable people, I could have accepted that. In my opinion, the problems that exist on the console versions, they're not massive, they're not game-breaking, they're irritating, right? And, you know, it's not reaching the potential that it could have reached. But I still love the game, I still play the game a lot. However, I don't know how things are going to turn out now. Basically what they've done, for those of you who aren't aware, is that they've released a free-to-play version for the PC. It is now running on Steam as opposed to game for Windows. And what this means is, you know, they've basically overhauled it completely for the Steam version. And they're hoping that this is going to address many problems, and they made it free to play. Now they've thrown in some goodies for existing players who had that, which I suppose, you know, that's fair enough. Some people would argue it could have been more. Some people would say, well, you're not entitled to anything, blah 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 blah. Right? That's not the problem though. What they've done, and this is a problem, even on the PC, in my opinion, is they've gone for the pay-to-win approach. Not play-to-win. We should all try and play-to-win. Now, what they've done is they've gone for the pay-to-win approach. Basically, the more money you pump in, the more access you're going to have to weapons. When you promote, those weapons won't be locked up again. So they've actually kind of changed something quite fundamental to the game. That when you rank up, the decision had some meaning, but they're taking that meaning away. Right, but you know, you can cope with that sort of thing if it means increased server stability and the PC players are able to play, there's more players brought in, etc. That's not the end of the world. It's just fucking annoying though that they didn't tell us console users that they had absolutely nothing planned for us. They kind of gave the impression that everyone was going to be a bit happier come PAX. Well, we're not. We're not happy at all. It's reasonable to assume that a fair number of people are going to stop playing the console version and go and play the newer updated version on the PC. Assuming that it runs okay. So we're going to have a smaller amount of players in our player pool to be able to find games with. And this is one of the problems, certainly on the PlayStation anyway, is, you know, actually getting matched up with people. Now, I don't know which way it's going to go. Will less people playing on the servers actually make it easier? Will it reduce demand on the servers, reduce lag, and make it easier for us to find games? I don't know. What is Monolith's expectation? Nobody knows, because they don't tell us anything. Is it really so hard to keep us in the loop? Most people don't expect miraculous fixes, etc. What we do expect is, you know, some kind of fucking communication. I can't remember how long ago it was. I'm going to link the video to this one, but I did a video probably about 6 months ago. Maybe more, maybe less. I really can't remember. My memory gets terrible as I get old. But the crux of this video was talk to us, Monolith. Tell us what's happening. Tell us what your plans are. And just like all the other videos that were done on the same kind of theme by other commentators, just like the numerous threads that were in the forums, you know, it's just ignored. It's a really, really funny way to run a company. Really, really just... I can't get my head around it. It's just really disappointing. It's not the end of the world. If I can still get games, okay, fair enough, I'm reasonably happy. It would have been nice to have seen some new content. Yeah. When Monolith announced that they were having some news for us at the PAX show, there was all sorts of speculation flying around on the forums. You know, we might be getting some crazy new weapons. Yes, free to play was one of them, but there was all sorts of other expectations flying around. And anybody reading the forums must have seen that, you know, the players were excited, and you know, it just seems like really bad management, really bad news management, to not dampen that enthusiasm a bit and say, look guys, come on, don't build your hopes up too much here. But no, they wanted as many people as possible to be excited about the news, to get some sort of vibe going about the news. So they just let expectations run rife. And really, what they've given us is a bit of a damp squib. No news at all for console players. And again, I'm going to stress, if this thing that they've done solves the PC problems, I'm really happy for the PC gamers. You know, there's no jealousy going on here. But I don't want to play on the PC. I play all my games on the console now. It's years since I've done PC gaming. I actually don't want to go back to mouse and keyboard. And I know that they're better. I know that they're more accurate and all the rest of it. But if I do some gaming on the PC with mouse and keyboard and then go to play other games on my console with a controller, that's going to fuck that up. You know, due to muscle memory and stuff, you need to be able to play intuitively when you play games. And I don't want to switch between playing some games on a PC and some games on a console. There will be plenty of gamers who don't have a PC capable of running it, but they've got a console capable of running it, and that's why they bought it on a console. It's a relatively new game to drop, but we don't even know if it's being dropped. They've said, yeah, you know, we'll keep it going. We'll keep the servers running. Until what? Until what, Monolith? How many players do you want to keep playing before you take the servers down? What's that magical number that's in your mind? Because we don't have a fucking clue. Are there going to be any more fixes? A while ago in the forums I did a thread. And the title of that thread is, what we've got is what we've got. And that seems to pretty much be the case here now. They may be working on another stuff. The crazy thing is, while they were working on all the PC stuff, they didn't tell people in the forums. So people were complaining about the PC stuff. Rightly so, and fair enough. And Monolith could have easily said, look guys, we're working on some fixes for the PC. It might take us 3 months, it might take us 6 months. We really, at this stage, can't say. But we are working on the PC, it is our priority. And then everyone would be fairly happy. Even the console users would have been fairly happy and understood where that, you know, that they were making priorities. Nobody expects an instant fix for anything. But they didn't give PC gamers any news. Now, are we in the same boat there? So us console players, do we keep on playing with that little bit of hope left alive in the back of our minds that they are going to address some issues on the console? We don't know. Yeah, why don't we know? Because Monolith aren't telling us. Or have they decided that we're not going to spend one more day working on the console versions? We'll leave the servers up and running until X amount of players are playing on it, and then we'll close them down. Is that what's going to happen? We don't know. Why don't we know? Because Monolith aren't telling us. Anyway, this is the end of the video. I'm signing out. This is one fucked off Muppet. Have a good weekend. Bye.